Maybe you've wanted to start making content on YouTube for a long time, and maybe you've also wanted to make online courses, maybe a membership site. You just want to do something to make money online, and you want it to be meaningful, and eventually you might want it to turn into an online business, but there is something that is holding you back. There's something that just quite doesn't let you get started with your online business. You've got lots of ideas, you've got lots of plans, you actually dream about it. Maybe you look at videos like this online and you think, I want to do what they're doing, but there's something that keeps you from doing this. This is actually very common. And in this video, I want to give you the 3 main reasons that I see why people keep from starting an online business even when they want to, why people put it off and eventually never see their dreams come to fruition because they're just putting it off. And then I'm going to give you a very simple way to overcome all 3 of these and get started with that online business and have success with it. If you want to stick around for that, please do. My name's Lane. This is my channel. I love to help digital entrepreneurs start and grow their online businesses and make life-changing passive income from them. So if you want to know how to do all of what I teach on my channel, go to lanesebring.com/supersimple. You can pick up my free super simple guide to your first $500 online. It's just a quick guide that will walk you through a step-by-step process to make that first $500 online. If you've ever wanted to make online courses, content, have a passive income style online business, this guide is for you. lanesebring.com/supersimple. So why do people not start an online business? The first reason why is perfectionism. People are so afraid to put themselves out there. They're so afraid that they won't be perceived as having it all together or perfect, or they won't look like they know what they're doing. And to an extent, you want to pay attention to quality, right? You don't want to put out the worst possible stuff. But when you get started, guess what? Those are going to be the worst videos you ever make. Why? Because hopefully you're going to get better, right? Like you're going to improve. You're going to look better on camera. You're going to sound better on camera. Your equipment's going to be better. You're going to have more important things to say. You're going to have more helpful things to say. Your content's going to be more helpful, more relevant, more consistent if you do this right. But nobody starts out like that. Everybody starts out terribly. If you want to feel better about yourself, go to Preaching Donkey, my YouTube channel, sort the videos by oldest, and look at my first few videos. They are awful. I look bad on camera. I sound bad on camera. I don't know what I'm doing, but I still went after it. And several years later, here I am with a full-time online business that gives me a pretty great lifestyle. But perfectionism would keep me from doing that. Perfectionism keeps people from releasing their first course. Why? Because they think their course has to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be valuable to the right people. You can go back and improve on it later. You can make better videos later. You can be a better coach later, but you'll never get to later if you don't start eventually. If you don't start now, you're never going to have anything to improve on or build on. So perfectionism is the enemy of starting an online business, and it's the enemy of growth. So perfectionism is something you have to really, really watch because it's going to keep you from going after what you really want. The second thing that keeps people from starting their online business is related to perfectionism, but it's kind of the other side, and that is imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is the idea that you don't have the right to teach other people whatever your niche is. Who's gonna listen to you? Who's gonna believe you? Do you really have the credibility? Everybody's gonna know that you're a fraud, that you're a make-believe, and that keeps a lot of people held back. Imposter syndrome. Let me let you in on a little secret. Every single person who has ever put themselves out there online and claimed to be an expert or claimed to know something and claimed to have the ability to help you with courses and content, every single one of us have felt imposter syndrome. Every single one of us have woken up in the middle of the night at some point and thought, do I have what it takes to do what I do? Is anybody going to listen to me? Do I have the credibility? And here's the thing. It does not matter how much you've accomplished. It doesn't matter how many people you've helped. It doesn't matter how many results you can show. Every single one of us from time to time are going to deal with imposter syndrome. So both perfectionism and imposter syndrome keep people held back from going after what they want in their online business. My question is, do you struggle with imposter syndrome? Do you sometimes think, yeah, I would like to start making content about how to improve my life or how to work on cars or how to do gardening or fitness? But yeah, I know that I know a lot about that, and I know that a lot of people come to me and tell me that they learn a lot from me, and my friends say I should, and it's what I really want to do, but who's going to listen to me? Do I really know as much as the next guy? Are people going to laugh at me? This keeps so many people held back. Is that happening to you? Another reason why people don't go forward with starting an online business is simply overwhelm. And this is where I was for a long time. I would go to YouTube and I would just look for how to make money online. And I would search, what can I do? Should I do affiliate marketing? Should I do fulfillment by Amazon? Should I sell online courses? Should I start a blog? Should I do XYZ? And honestly, I tried everything. I would take courses, I would try things. And all along the way, it just felt so complicated. It was overwhelming. And so sometimes people can get paralyzed with overwhelm. That there's just way too many options. There's way too many things I could do. Do I have to become a social media expert? Do I have to be a course creator extraordinaire? Do I have to get amazing at YouTube? Do I have to learn TikTok? Do I have to do all these things? And it can be incredibly overwhelming to the person who just says, I want to help people and I want to make money doing it and I want to do it online. How do I cut through all the noise? And that can keep people from getting started. Now, I will say, if you are overwhelmed, you need to get my guide. It will simplify things. It will help you. That's why I called it the super simple guide. You see how that works? LaneSebring.com/super simple. It'll cut through some of that overwhelm and help you. But perfectionism, imposter syndrome, and overwhelm are the three biggest reasons that I see why people delay putting out content, why they don't remain consistent, why they put off that first course launch indefinitely, why they hesitate to ask people if they want coaching, why they just put it all off and sit there and say, I don't have the life I want, I don't have the business I want, I don't have the income I want. And it's really these things that are holding them back: perfectionism, imposter syndrome, and overwhelm. So I have good news. If any of these have affected you, the answer is incredibly simple. It's one word. This is what you have to do to overcome these three things. It is one simple thing, and that is execute. Do something. Record that video and upload it. Make the first lesson of that course. Reach out to somebody who knows what they're doing in your space that you want to get into and ask for their help. Send out an email to your email list saying that you have spots open for coaching. Make another video. When you're through with that, make another video. Do something. Execute on your plans. The best way to cut through perfectionism is just make a video and put it out there. It's not going to be perfect, and you're going to live. The best way to overcome imposter syndrome is to help somebody and find the satisfaction from actually getting somebody real results, to where at the end of the day, you can tell yourself, I might have this voice in my head telling me that I'm a fraud, but I helped that person. And you know what? I helped them so much that they'll even vouch for me. That's something, right? The best way to overcome overwhelm is to just execute. The more you do, the more you realize what you've accomplished, the more you realize what you can still accomplish, and the more fun things become. So just execute on your plans. Make that video even though it's terrible. One of my favorite things that Sean Cannell says is that you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. So just know that your first videos are gonna suck, and they should suck. It would be weird if you put out a video right away and it was amazing, right? Most people will be like, okay, this probably isn't your first video, you know? It's gonna not be good. You're gonna probably not be proud of it a few months from now, and that's the way it works. Put your plans into action, and I promise you, eventually, perfectionism will start to fade away. Imposter syndrome, that voice inside of you that says you're not good enough, will start to get quieter, and the overwhelm will start to be replaced with a sense of opportunity, because you'll start to realize just how much there is to do that's simpler than you thought and bigger than you ever dreamed it could be. And you're gonna be helping people, you're gonna be making a great income, and you're gonna love the work that you do. But you have to get started to make that happen. So execute, 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 execute. That is my message to you. Be sure to download the Super Simple Guide, lanesebring.com/supersimple. Check out this playlist here to help you with all of this, and I will see you in the next video.